Hi, this is Bonnie Hickson. I'm here again today with Ali Husseini of Sinai Marketing and with Rita Zamora from Rita Zamora Connections. Good morning.
Hi and good morning, Bonnie.
Hello.
So we're kind of continuing on a conversation that we've had ongoing. And Rita, you've often talked about the benefit of having multiple pieces of online real estate. So kind of continuing on that, Ali, what are the benefits to your SEO efforts of having online or various online properties or profiles?
Very good question. There are two benefits that I can think of right off the bat. One is that when you have multiple online profiles, you increase your chance of getting ranked on the first page of Google for more than one listing, which is what Rita is referring to with multiple real estate. Also, if you have multiple accounts, like multiple websites or multiple blogs or even Facebook pages, and then link from these accounts to your website, you can increase the popularity of your main website and push it up further on Google's search results.
Great. Well, another angle on that is something that we've also talked about before, which is that there are a lot of different practices, businesses who think that they're getting online benefit from their posts, but their links aren't exactly, their links may link from their Facebook page to their Google Plus page, but they're not linking to their website. What can you tell us about that?
Linking to the website as a general rule will help increase your ranks on Google search results. So if you have other real estate on the internet and then from those real estate you link to your website, that will help your ranks go up. That's one important factor with Google algorithm. However, links from places such as Facebook and Twitter, when they are pointing to your website, they don't have that value because these companies, they put a code on the link that goes to your website, which is called no-follow code. And when Google algorithm sees those links, it automatically negates the value of any possible value of those links to your website. So with the exception of Facebook and Twitter, you should always link your post to your website if you have any other profiles or blogs anywhere else. And the other benefit of having links to from your post linking to your website is that you're actually directing your audience from these platforms to your main website, which basically has all of your material, your information, the actual articles and the contents that you have, and hopefully that will your website is designed to turn prospects and visitors into actual clients that call you.
Okay, great. All right. Well, Rita, there was something else that we discussed previously that I think ties in nicely to this, which is what's the best way for a page, going back to the Facebook piece of real estate, what's the best way for a small business to increase their likes organically?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, organically is the key word, and really the best technique is to ask people, to talk with them. Just ask them, for example, if it's at a practice, ask the patient on the way out as they're leaving, how do we do today? And when they say everything was great, I love you guys, that's a great opportunity to just say, we have a Facebook and it would really make doctor's day or our hygienist day or whatever if you left a comment for her there. So it can increase your likes and comments and feedback, and all of that's really valuable for people to see on a Facebook page.
And so in addition to the Facebook pages and all of these other pieces of real estate that we've discussed, there's a lot happening. Rita, you were pretty excited about some of the things that were going on with Google Plus, and we were really interested in how all of these connected platforms enhance not only the relationships with patients and with other practices and the community, but how it enhances your overall SEO initiatives. So, Ali, what about the new developments with Google Plus and all the changes at Google?
Okay, that's a very complicated question, and I had cheated a little bit. So I had the question earlier, and I drew these titles here on the website, on the board, so I can explain all of that to you guys. Basically, I don't know if you guys can see this or not, but the rankings of a website depends on a few things. Now, I'm basically combining the different aspects of the marketing on the internet, and all of those kind of relate to your rankings. First of all, you have your website. And the website, of course, has to be properly optimized. It needs to have popularity. It needs to have good content on it, which we've talked extensively on our website about how to optimize a website and get it ranked. But also, it's now connected to Google Plus account that you have. And then if you have a Google Plus account, we can connect your Google Plus account to your site, which in turn gives you an authorship image. Basically what that means is that Google recognizes who the author of a website is. And when you search on the internet, when you search on Google for a particular keyword, sometimes you see some of the listings have a little picture of the author next to it, and it says by such and such person in so many circles. Have you guys noticed that before?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
So when you click on that link to the person's name, that takes you actually right to their Google Plus account. Okay, and it helps with what we call click-through rate. When you have a little picture image of the person next to the listing, you're more likely to click on that link. Okay, so that's where the authorship image comes from, and we are able to connect the Google Plus account to your site. It's a little bit technical, but it's doable, and when we do it, it only takes a couple of hours, and within a couple of weeks, basically Google picks it up, and you see your picture come up next to your website listing on the search results. On the other hand, we have business profiles, or what's now called Google Places accounts. With Google Places, that's also connected to your website, and it helps rank your website on the local results. So when, for example, you're a local business, if maybe you're a dentist, a cosmetic dentist, or orthodontist, or maybe you're a lawyer, and if you're connecting your Google Plus account, Google profile, first of all, you have to know how to create one and properly optimize it. I have some videos on our website that explains that. When you create it properly and you put your website address there, Google automatically links that to your website. And then if somebody searches locally, if you're, let's say, in San Francisco, and you search for a cosmetic dentist, you don't even have to say San Francisco in your search query. Google recognizes your location from your IP address, and it pulls up the businesses that are listed, have a Google profile account, are properly optimized, and have proper content, and they have proper SEO done. It ranks them on the first page towards the top. So these 4 items are very much now related and connected, and social media part of it is Google Plus, that Google is really pushing hard to compete with Facebook.
Okay, so I guess the matter of having a lot of brand new likes on a Facebook page, this is something that came up just this week, where based on different things that some of our study group members are participating in, we've had some practices come in, and over a matter of an hour, they've had hundreds of new likes on their Facebook page. So Rita, let's start with you. In a situation where someone has just suddenly a huge increase in the number of likes on a Facebook page, what does that say to you and to others in their community? And what's your perception of that as a negative or positive?
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, I think first of all, we can look to see what Facebook thinks about it. And in the past, most recently, they've just took some steps to remove a bunch of the fake likes on a lot of celebrities, and well-known people on Facebook. bans, things like that. They had accumulated a lot of fake likes. I mean, Facebook definitely, they've got to have something in place, I would think, that flags that. When you've got 500 likes that come in 10 or 20 minutes, I mean, it flags our attention. So surely they've got some systems in place to be able to, to flag that. Potentially that could mean that at some point your Facebook page account could be removed. You could be banned from Facebook, potentially. And so you just want to really focus on that organic growth moving forward.
It's great advice. And Allie, what is your perception of that same topic, in that the explosion of growth on a Facebook page, and how Google might see that and react?
Unfortunately, Google does not have access to Facebook pages, and Facebook has not given green light to Google to actually be able to index or read the pages. So for Google, it has no effect. If you have, if you spam and get 1,000 likes within a few minutes. But the similar thing could happen with Google Plus, because Google Plus, puts all the attention on there, and I'm sure there are similar situations with Google Plus that you can pay someone, and all of a sudden you have hundreds of, you're listed in hundreds of circles, which is similar to the likes. So that could, in effect, negatively affect your rankings. I don't know whether or not Google has yet developed any filtering system to recognize that. They're always a step behind of this from the spammers. The spammers usually are quick in exploiting situations like that. But eventually Google will catch up, and if that people practice that kind of behavior, they will get penalized. And I completely agree with Rita that everything you do with Google Plus or with your rankings, it should completely be organic.
I think most people are aware that organic and natural growth of these communities is the best way to go. But it's an evolving type of a technology, so we'll see a lot more of this and the spamming and all of that, I'm sure. But it's nice to have the two of you as experts to help guide us through what may or may not be happening and what the results could be. Rita, I have one other question for you, which is as dental practices or businesses are interacting with their patients and clients, is it better when you're asking patients for reviews, or when you're asking patients to comment, is it better for them to comment on the business's page or on the patient's own page to expand the circle of influence or the audience? Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, I wouldn't say one's necessarily better per se than the other. They're just different. So, and I don't know off the top of my head what would be a casual way to introduce to someone and say, hey, if you liked our visit with us today, would you share about it all on your Facebook, to your Facebook network? And so I'm sure if you had the right wording to that, you could introduce that in a fun way. The one thing is, you're not going to be able to verify that they've actually done that, so you'll have to take their word for it that they did that. They'll say, yeah, we're going to share you with all our network, and unless you're in their network, you're not going to know that they did that. And so the other thing that I like about having people post comments on the Facebook page itself is, for one, know that you're still going to get potentially people that'll see that. I've had an ortho client who had a movie night that they hosted, and the parent posted on there, that was a great movie night, we loved it. Another one of the parents in her network saw that conversation and they started participating in it, and there were a couple of people that weren't even patients there that were participating in this conversation. And it's a lasting conversation. It's a lasting impression that stays there on the practice wall. So suddenly you're able to show everyone, hey, here's this conversation when they come and visit your page later on. So I personally prefer the comments on the page and that interaction on the page. But certainly anytime anyone's willing to do it in their personal network, that's big bonus points too.
Okay, that's great. Well, thanks to you both for sharing your expertise with us again, and just kind of give us some insights on how the whole SEO and social media initiatives tie together and completed an effective online profile. So, Allie, Rita, nice to have you with us again today, and we look forward to connecting again.
Thank you very much, Bonnie and Rita. And I really enjoyed Rita's suggestion about how to get organic likes on your Facebook page. I really appreciate that.
Thank you. And thank you, Allie. We learned a lot. We continue to learn more from you. So thanks. Thanks, Bonnie.
Thanks, you both.